I'm back to do Xavier's 5-star card. There's been new story chapters released, so I need to catch up because I still need to do 3 more of these 5-star cards from the spring banner. I'm gonna be doing Xavier's 5-star card today. Horizon's Pulse, wait, what? See, okay, yeah, there's so much I need to catch up on. Oh my gosh. I have to do this one, I have to do Caleb's 4-star from the last Heartfelt Promise. And then I also gotta do Silas's and Raphael's from this Heartfelt Promise. So I have a lot to catch up on, and the chapter stories. So I want to get through these so that I can catch up. Today I'm going to do Inflorescence Imprints. In Xavier's storage room, I discovered an old camera covered in dust. Okay, let's get to it. I'm so excited to get through these last few cards. Can you ask your friend who runs that secondhand bookstore something? I want to see if they have a mystery novel called Fate's Displacement. I have it. Let me see. Can I borrow it? I head upstairs and open the door, but no one's in the living room. Xavier?
Over here.
I follow the voice and find what looks like a mushroom in the storage room. Crouching, he rummages through everything.
I could have sworn I put that book here.
This really lives up to the storage room. An inkstone for grinding ink, a typewriter, a suitcase with brass locks, yellowed rice paper with calligraphy. The small room is packed with all sorts of things from various eras and countries. It's impressive.
There's still that cabinet over there. Can you check it?
Hold on, the cat's here. The cat is laying on my lap and she's purring. Let me see if she'll purr into the mic. Hopefully that got picked up. Listening to Xavier, I make my way to the back of the storage room and open a large wooden cabinet. Found it. You really did tuck this away. As I reach for the novel, on the upper shelf, a black object falls from the very top. I quickly catch it by its strap, and only then do I realize that it's a vintage camera.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. This is a film camera, isn't it? I haven't seen a person use one in ages. Dang, sometimes I forget that this is so far in the future.
It's been here for quite some time.
I remember Xavier saying he used to develop his own photos when we went to Twinkle Photo Booth. You said you developed photos before. Did you do it by yourself in a darkroom?
There's this vintage camera shop that's been around for years. The owner sometimes let me use his darkroom. Do you want to see it?
Yes. If we get the chance. I've only seen photo development in movies. The process is interesting. It's like you're doing a chemistry experiment. As if recalling something, he takes the camera from my hands and examines it.
There's an unfinished roll of film inside.
He points to a small window at the front of the camera.
This is the frame counter, and there should be 6 shots left. You'd usually wait until you've used up the entire roll before developing the film.
Photos that were taken years ago can still be developed?
They might be faded, or there could be some film grain, but that's what makes the process fun. No one can be completely sure what will appear until the film is developed.
That's so fun. I used to take more photos on my old Polaroid. I haven't really used it that much in the past few years. The gentle breeze stirs the curtains as evening sunlight falls on him. He bends over with the camera, and for a moment I feel like I stepped into an old photograph. I wonder what he used that film for back then. Xavier, let's use up the rest of the film. I want to watch you develop the photos.
Sure. Sounds good to me. I also want to capture what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, the cat's purring really loud. I think it might be picking it up on the mic. So if you hear something in the background, that's the cat. Xavier races the camera and aims it at me, but the sound of the shutter never arrives.
I knew it'd act up since it sat in storage for so long.
Is it broken?
The focus ring is stuck, but it can be easily fixed. I'll have to steal some of your reading time. Is that okay?
Yeah. Xavier takes me to the film corner, a second-hand camera store that's tucked away in the depths of an alley.
This camera hasn't been used in a while, huh? The internal lubricant dried up, which is why the focus ring won't turn.
Despite his young age, the store owner expertly disassembles the lens. He cleans it thoroughly before applying fresh lubricant.
It's still a good lens, great for landscape photography.
I thought you just occasionally took landscape photos with your phone. I had no idea you were into photography.
The person who sold me the camera asked if I took more portrait photos or landscape photos. Then the lens was recommended to me.
My dad used to do the same thing when he sold cameras. Recommending lenses to customers was his favorite part of the job.
Xavier smiles softly, as if remembering something. Don't tell me he met the father back in the day. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh, right. Do you still offer that self-development service for photos?
Yes, but since I took over the store, very few customers wanted to develop their own photos. And I wouldn't say any of them were as young as you.
That's good to hear.
What?
Do you have any lenses suitable for portrait photography?
Now he got a subject to take photos of.
I've got you. Here are a few lenses that are essential for it.
Payment complete.
Xavier quickly buys a lens, yet with obvious interest, he can't help but eye the other ones the store owner recommended.
This lens goes well with the one you just bought. Purchasing it is a good idea.
I don't come here often, so maybe I should.
Seeing his hand reach for another lens, I quickly pull him aside. It's only 6 photos. Haven't you been taking perfectly good pictures with just one lens?
I've never photographed people before.
It's not like you're on your way to becoming a professional photographer. Are the lenses for people and scenery really different from each other?
I'm not sure. That's why I want to figure it out now. I don't think I'll stop once I use up the rest of the film. I have a feeling I'll like portrait photography.
Stop. You should at least try out the new lens first. You might be surprised by how well the photos turn out. I look around before walking over to the window. The lighting is decent. Take a few photos as a test.
Here?
We'll use those remaining 6 shots in no time.
That's why I prefer to take my time. I take my time with photography. Those previous rolls of film, I spent hours going through them. And when each photo is developed, I can recall every moment behind it. I'd rather save the remaining film for special memories.
I get it. You want to capture moments worth remembering. I guess we'll have to create some then.
We can start today.
Following Xavier's gaze, I noticed the flowers on the windowsill are in full bloom.
The seeds we planted in the flower field last year should be blossoming by now.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
We made a promise to see them in spring. I even sealed the deal. And I always honor my contracts.
He gives the camera in his hand a little shake, then he takes my hand.
Let's go. Capturing their growth will be a memorable moment.
We arrive at the city outskirts. In the field of flowers, I see a starry fence between two large trees in the distance. Immediately spotting a small patch of flowers different from the rest, I excitedly pull Xavier along as I run over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of them bloomed.
Everything we plant together seems to blossom without fail.
Xavier takes out a picnic blanket from his backpack and spreads it under the tree. He soon takes out a cake, snack, and drinks as if he's performing a magic trick. I thought you only had your camera in that bag. When did you prepare all this?
Actually, the camera was the unexpected part of the plan. A flower's birthday is on the day it blooms, so we should bring a small cake when we visit. I won't forget what I promised you.
Looking at his confident expression, I begin to realize something. This isn't your first visit here this spring, huh?
The flowers didn't bloom at the same time. At least I can get here quickly.
How many times has he just poofed here? The thought of Xavier secretly teleporting to the flower field to check on the plants makes me smile. Don't tell me you have a handwritten journal too, Xavier.
You really do know me like the back of your hand.
He guides me to sit down on the picnic blanket, and then he pulls out a small notebook from his bag. I open it to find simple numbers and symbols organized by date.
This symbol means sprouting, and this one means blooming.
Taking pictures with your phone should be easier, right?
You've been using my phone to binge watch shows a lot lately. My secret would have been revealed if you saw the photographs.
When a bunny wants to be sneaky, he can give a scammer a run for their money.
These flowers are special to us. Similar to how you celebrated my birthday, theirs should be celebrated as well.
He raises his camera to give me the flowers in the picture.
We should preserve this moment forever.
Let's wish them a happy first spring birthday.
Here's to more springs where the two of us celebrate their birthday together.
We're having a picnic in the field of flowers when new visitors arrive shortly after.
For environmental protection and sustainability, could install a rainwater collection system in this park.
I remembered the silhouette from one of Raphael's stories. Oh, wait. This was the guy who was getting married on that boat. Or on the island. And me and Raphael went. That's this guy. That's him. Or at least they used the same silhouette. Is it the same voice too?
For environmental protection and sustainability, could install a rainwater collection system in this park.
I don't remember his voice, so I don't know if that's the same. But it's the same silhouette at least. Okay, so I'm editing this video now, and I wasn't crazy. Well, I am, but it is the same silhouette from this one, as you can see in the screenshot. It's the same silhouette as Maxwell from the Raphael side story. So I wasn't just making stuff up. This makes me think that they shouldn't use assets that are as recognizable as that one, because I recognized it immediately. So I think if they reuse silhouettes like that, then they should use ones that are maybe not as distinct. They should maybe use ones that are maybe not as distinct as that one, because that silhouette is very unique because of the mustache, I guess. I don't know, just the way that it looks. So I assumed that it was the same character, but I listened to the voice, and I think the voice is different, so I think they just reused the silhouette and didn't mean for it to be connected to the same character from Raphael's story. So like I said, I think they should try to not use silhouettes that are that distinct, because in Raphael's story, Maxwell wasn't really a side character, he was a big part of that chapter. I mean, I am crazy, I'll admit, but I can't be the only one who thought that. Like, seriously? I can't be the only one who immediately thought that, or like recognized it, especially because the name had question marks on it. So that made me think they were trying to hide something, but I think the voices are different, so I think it was just me reaching a bit. Okay, I admit I am a bit crazy. I like to theorize a lot of things and try to make connections. So that's just kind of part of who I am. So, you know, I'm always going to be doing that no matter what, because I like to look deeper into things. I do think now it was a bit of a reach on my end, but who knows? Maybe I'll be one of the few people who noticed something that was supposed to be a hint, and I don't know. Anything could be a teaser or trying to hint at something. Anything could be a clue. We really don't know. So, who knows? Maybe I'll be right in the future and I was one of the few who noticed something as discreet as this. Or I'm just crazy as usual. It's probably just me being crazy as usual though. So yeah. That's it. Back to the regular scheduled programming. Park? Xavier and I exchange a glance before turning to look at the group of people wearing uniforms in the distance. They're taking pictures while talking among themselves.
We should also create seasonal themed areas and add some interactive landscaping.
Are they going to turn this place into a park?
I guess it's a lot safer around here than before. On my way here, I noticed that more people had moved into the area.
It took a long time for the ruins to become a field of flowers, but it can turn into a park at a moment's notice.
Are you sad?
This is your favorite spot to rest at, and it's home to so many birds and Fluffy.
They've survived far worse. Even when it was nothing but ruins occupied by wanderers, they kept thriving. Converting it into a park isn't necessarily a bad thing. If anything, it'll protect this place from being taken over by skyscrapers.
That's true. At least it'll still be nature. What if our flowers get crushed during construction though?
Then we'll find them a new home.
He smiles thoughtfully. It seems as if he remembered something.
How does a forest that blooms with flowers every spring sound?
Does Lincoln even have such a place? When it comes to forests, the only one I can think of is in the no-hunt zone.
It's not in Lincoln, but getting there won't take too long.
Xavier taps on his phone a few times before turning the screen toward me. I see a webpage for Champlain Ranch.
There's a large field of wildflowers in the forest near the ranch. It should be the perfect new home for our flowers. Give me a few minutes.
Xavier produces some gardening tools. How or where, I'm not too sure. Together, we carefully transplant the flowers into pots. Before leaving, I find myself getting one final look at the peaceful field. This place will be completely different when we come back.
Yeah, there will be all sorts of new flowers and trees we don't recognize. The paths we walked will be paved with stones and decorated.
Will you miss them?
Most of the changes I've experienced recently are good. Someone planted these flowers with me, and after one winter, they sprouted and bloomed. Instead of missing the past, I'm more excited about.
He holds a flower pot in one hand while tightly holding my hand in the other.
The flowers blooming tomorrow. The day after, next year, and the year after that, as well as who will be in the future.
On Saturday, we drive to the ranch. The sun is already dipping behind the treetops by the time we get there. Warm sunlight pours over the lush green pasture. Sheep that look like pieces of cotton candy move along.
Welcome. Your room is ready, and we'll have your luggage brought up for you. You can explore several areas. The sheep pasture, the produce garden, hiking trails, and a recreational zone. You can visit any place that interests you.
Thank you. When you're in the mountains, it gets dark more quickly. It's also not the best time to transplant flowers right now. Let's spend the afternoon here. We'll be in the forest the whole day tomorrow.
I waste no time heading straight for the sheep pasture. Xavier, they're friendly. Quick, take a picture of me with them. I gently pet the lamb's fluffy head as I position myself next to it.
Got it. I hope I did okay in terms of focus.
The sheep are so cute. Any photo with them will turn out great.
Move closer to the sheep. I'll record a video with my phone.
I turn and walk among the flock, happily petting every sheep I can reach to my left and right. I'm enjoying myself. Xavier, do you want to take? I turn around, only to see Xavier has vanished without a trace. Where did he go? A hand struggles to emerge from behind the flock of sheep. It manages to perform a small wave in my direction. Xavier lies on the ground. He holds his camera high above his head. Meanwhile, an enthusiastic sheepdog, its tail wagging happily, has made itself comfortable on top of him. He manages to lift his head, and his hair that's usually neat is now sticking up in all directions.
Help me, please. Help me, please.
I'm on my way. MC, you're so wrong for that. I mean, I'd probably do the same. In one fluid motion, I pull out my phone, focus the camera, and hit the record button.
That isn't what I had in mind when I begged for your help. That isn't what I had in mind when I begged for your help.
He's so done. He's so done. This is going to be my entry for the Golden Photography Contest. Work with me here. We'll split the prize money if I win.
Or I can give you half of the prize money to pay for an emergency rescue.
Wait, I have an idea. Hold on. Smiling, I run to grab a bundle of hay nearby and wave it above my head. As the flock approaches me, the sheepdog seems to remember its actual job. It turns to follow the sheep. Look, Xavier, it worked. Just as I put down the hay and try to leave, I realize the eager flock of sheep has surrounded me. Oh no. Hey, stop pulling at my clothes. The hay is over there. I don't have any more. While I'm awkwardly trying to negotiate with the sheep, I hear the familiar click of a camera shutter. He got payback. Xavier, I thought we were friends at least. What? Not the friend zone.
Whatever, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't. I don't care. I don't care. I'm great.
I want to enter the Golden Photography Contest too. I gave you my prize money, and I need to make a living somehow.
Xavier makes his way through the flock of sheep and picks me up. Just as I try to get down, his arms around my waist tighten.
Let's move away from them before I put you down. These little sheep are hungry and might not give up on you so easily. I also need to make sure that overly friendly sheepdog doesn't try to jump into my arms again.
He thinks he's slick, but he's trying to come up with any excuse just to hold on to her after her friend zoning him. Still holding on to me, he walks toward the other side of the pasture. The air carries the scent of spring, and dozens of colorful kites dance in the sky. On a wide open field, visitors are flying their kites. Excited, I grab Xavier's hand and pull him along to join them.
Dad, look! That guy's kite is higher than yours.
Other visitors gradually turn to watch, and some even approach Xavier for tips.
I'm not using any special tricks. Just feel the wind and let the string do its thing. It'll soar on its own.
What a straightforward yet vague tutorial. After my kite nosedives into the ground again, I decide to just watch his kite as it almost touches the clouds. Xavier, why are you good at flying kites?
Maybe it's because this is like fishing. You just need to relax and wait. When the wind picks up, let out the string. Then pull it in as the wind dies down.
You seem to have a special tone for things that require patience.
It's similar to getting used to change. I wasn't born with it. Do it enough times and you'll figure out how it works after a while.
You said you don't use any special tricks when you fly a kite, though.
Yeah, you don't need to do a lot for that. But there's one trick you can use when you're waiting for the wind.
Oh? He turns. Under the sun, a gentle smile appears on his face.
Don't give up.
He hands me the spool and stands behind me. His hands serve as my guide to let out the string as they apply different pressures. Did you always get what you wanted when you waited?
For the one time it mattered the most. Yes.
Oh my gosh. His warm fingers press against mine as we gently pull against the wind. The kite soars higher into the sky. That night we sleep well at the ranch guest house. When I wake up, daylight is already filtering through the window. Rubbing my eyes, I'm about to call out to Xavier, but someone knocks at the door.
I'm going outside for a bit. Get changed and meet me by the guest house entrance when you're ready. I'll take the flowers with me. Don't worry.
He's scheming something. He's scheming. After freshening up, I open the wardrobe to find a beautifully embroidered dress inside. When did he prepare this? No wonder he talked about getting changed. I happily change into the dress and carefully style my hair before heading out. The guest house sits at the edge of the pasture. I don't see anyone nearby, so I take out my phone to contact Xavier. I hear the faint sound of hoofbeats and turn. Xavier approaches me while on a white horse. Sunlight waves a soft golden halo around his figure as the hoofbeats gradually slow to a stop beside me.
I found someone who'd help us go up the mountain. I have the flowers here. By the way, this is Rice Ball. The ranch staff said she's very smart and will make sure we don't get lost.
This is so cool. He actually planned this himself. Like the outfits and everything.
Is there something on my face? You haven't even blinked once.
Xavier, where's your camera? He pats the bag hanging from the saddle. I step forward to retrieve the camera. Good thing I saw you use it before. I take a step back as I turn on the camera. Can you turn Rice Ball slightly to the side? She's in the way.
Is this really a moment worth capturing?
Yes, believe me. Of course, it's the first time I get to see your excellent horseback riding skills.
There are only 3 shots left. Let's use my phone instead. You can even record a video if you want.
I want both. We're getting both videos and photos. I point the camera at Xavier, who's on horseback. I watch his image come into focus through the viewfinder. I bet the first 30 photos on this roll of film are all landscapes. But I want to see Xavier on it too. Through the viewfinder, I see him pause for a moment before smiling. But why is it... Why'd they put the button right there? Okay, whatever. I need to chill. With the crisp sound of the shutter, the film captures a moment that makes my heart skip a beat. We have 2 shots left. Xavier helps me onto the horse, so I sit in front of him. He takes his time adjusting our positions. Then he grasps the reins and leans closer.
Let's save these last 2 pictures for more memorable moments. Let's go.
Riceball carries us across the meadow and gradually makes her way into the forest. Towering trees create a natural canopy overhead, while dappled sunlight filters through the leaves. Overlapping patterns decorate the forest floor. Have you been here before?
No, but I visited similar locations. I saw this place in a magazine and wanted to check it out for myself.
I'm glad the forests you've been in aren't as gloomy as No Hunt Zone number 7, or like that misty Starfall forest.
It was spring when I landed here, too.
Wait, we're talking about... You're just casually mentioning this? Can we get more details? What do you mean?
When I stepped out of Traceback 2, the forest I was in wasn't called No Hunt Zone number 42. And at that time, it had a sea of flowers.
Yo, what the heck? Hello? Lore drop? Oh, he's talking about when his spaceship landed on Earth. After a long interstellar journey, the first thing he landed on was a sea of blooming flowers that covered his shoes. It was Xavier's first spring on Earth. When we visited your spaceship, there weren't many flowers.
Yeah, it's been a long time since then. I thought I wouldn't need to stay here for too long before returning home.
A thought flashes through my mind. If you had returned, we would have never met. Is it selfish of me to think that way? Oof. My heart feels like a sponge soaked in water. It's heavy with a heartfelt ache. In the end, I say nothing and lean into his embrace. The scattered flowers gradually merge into a field as patches of light grow brighter. Riceball rounds a winding path. Flooded with brilliant sunlight, a forest clearing appears before us. The scenery unfolds to reveal an endless field of flowers beneath the blue sky. It's all I can see. Was the first spring you experienced when you arrived here also like this?
The weather wasn't as nice as today's, and the flowers hadn't fully bloomed yet. My feelings back then were different too. Now, all of this, it feels like a new spring to me.
He holds me close with one arm while guiding the horse with the other. Under the spring sunlight, Riceball glides through the field of flowers. Together we choose the perfect spot and carefully transplant the flowers into a more spacious area.
Do you feel better now? This forest has been here for a long time. Our flowers will flourish.
The tiny flowers quiver under the sunlight that's accompanied by the breeze. They blend into the sea of flowers, yet they stand out because there's special significance to us. The thought that flashed through my mind in the forest hasn't faded. Instead, it pervades more strongly as I watch Xavier caress the flower petals. Xavier, if I tell you that seeing this field of flowers makes me feel somewhat grateful. Grateful you didn't return home. I mean, would you think I'm selfish?
No.
The shutter clicks after his short response. The second to last photo captures the new home we found for our flowers.
I'm also grateful. I'm grateful that we found this new field of flowers in the forest. The scenery I once saw by myself no longer exists only in my past. Because of these flowers, that scenery will be etched into our memories. I'm glad these positive changes can be captured by the camera we rediscovered. And I'm grateful that you'll be here for this spring, and for the ones in the future.
I walk up to him and take his hand. There's still one more positive change we need to capture on this roll of film.
Which is?
The two of us. It doesn't have a photo of us together, not yet at least. Emotion wells up in his eyes.
The last picture can be just us.
Oh my gosh. We lie down beside the newly planted flowers as Xavier turns the camera to face us. Our picture becomes the final photo on this roll of film that had been in a long slumber. We burst into a fit of laughter as if we just completed some important ceremony. Xavier, even though you lived through countless springs and saw many forests bloom. I turn my head and cradle his face in my hands. I'm confident that the springs you'll spend with me are nothing like what you've experienced before. Okay, MC. This confidence.
It doesn't matter what you say. I have to see it to believe it. So I'm looking forward to it.
We stand up and walk hand in hand along the path through the sea of flowers. We're on our way to the hillside. There's a rainbow. Wait. Is there a rainbow in the distance? I swear I see like a little bit of it. He's very focused. Breathe into the mic. What, are we gonna blow on his hair or something? Well, I don't have the mic feature on. Oh no. Xavier. Oh, it's cute. Oh no.
I can smell the scent of spring in the air.
Take out phone. I should have recorded that. Oh, why do you look mad? Why does he look angry?
Using your old tricks again while trying to record a video?
Didn't you record me while I was surrounded by sheep? Stop, this is cute. Stop. This is so cute.
I'm sleepy. You'll only be filming Xavier in a land of dreams.
Oh my gosh. What are you dreaming about?
In my dream, you turned into a little bunny, and I'm chasing you. I was about to touch your bunny tail too, but then... someone caught me by my rabbit ears first.
Maybe you're in that little bunny's dreams.
I don't know if I'll be in a bunny's dreams, but... I'll definitely be on someone's roll of film.
What the heck? Wait, why did he shake like that? What was he doing? What the heck? Why did he do that? What the heck? Why did he start punching it? What? Stop. All I saw was like him shaking. I was like, what is he doing? And I was just waiting to see what it was. Yo, I was not expecting. Why the heck is he punching it? So stupid. The bunny is innocent. It did nothing. He's so ridiculous. You had your rabbit ears, but your tail is out in the open. Oh!
Ow. Just so you know, Xavier bites when he's provoked.
Interesting. I've never seen Xavier bite before.
Come closer then. I'll give you a demonstration.
Well, we definitely saw that in Tomorrow's Catch 22, but that was a different universe. Are you trying to steal my phone?
I can't wait to admire your artistic photo masterpiece.
No way, I know you delete them. Oh.
Even if we delete what's on the phone, the images etched into my memory will never be erased. We'll take another photo next spring, and we'll do it again for the spring after. We'll do it until we take the 17,800th photo.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I need to chill. Those words were sealed.
If there's still time.
These words go by too fast. Those words were sealed with a kiss. They can't be taken back.
Time before next spring. Let's fulfill this promise right here, right now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we're in the dark room now. Shortly after returning to Lincoln, Xavier brings me to the camera store's dark room. The dimly lit space is filled with the photo development equipment. Only a weak red safe light illuminates the area. After going through a series of precise steps, the film is slowly drawn out from the development tank. I watch as Xavier clips the film in one place. Water droplets fall and catch the faint red glow of the room. You're very skilled. I'm surprised I don't see a lot more photos in your house.
I kept losing them whenever I moved, and eventually I stopped taking them all together.
The image from the negative is hazily projected onto the photo paper through the enlarger. After exposure, the paper is put in a developing tray. Luckily for us, he didn't use up the whole roll of film.
Or maybe it wasn't luck.
I turn to look at him. I can barely make out his gentle smile in the darkness.
Back then, maybe I imagined I'd find a way to connect the past and the future. And once that was done, I'd wait for the moments when their photos are developed together.
That's not in the future anymore, Xavier. In the darkness, I feel his grip on my left hand tighten.
Yes, the future has become our present. This is the most beautiful change I've experienced.
The image slowly becomes to appear on a submerged paper. As soon as the film is developed, two timelines merge. His past and her present finally connect. Wait, I wanted to know what were the previous photos. Dang. I was hoping we get to know what was on the previous photos. I guess just mostly landscape, nature photos. But oh my gosh. That was so nice. That was so cool. I really liked the photography aspect of it. That was really fun. Okay. I still can't believe he was punching the plushie. He's so ridiculous for that. I was not expecting that. Now he's sleeping. But that was really fun. Okay, that's gonna be it for this one. Bye.